Hey everyone, OSCAPT here. We're finishing up our trip to California where we had to take our dog in for some cancer treatment. She did well, she graduated today, and we will be heading back tomorrow. But before I go, I wanted to give you a quick update on some news that Bethesda dropped this morning about some continuing updates to the public test server. Not a lot happened, but there are some things that I think are worth bringing to your attention. One of them is around enemies dropping or not dropping weapons and or loot. We saw this change come across a couple of weeks ago and there was a lot of confusion about what it meant. They've now updated it to say that weapon using enemies are now more likely to drop their equipped weapon instead of junk or caps. So that to me sounds like a good thing. Sounds like it makes sense instead of them either not dropping anything or dropping an unrelated weapon or dropping a bunch of junk. Because do you ever wonder why all of these enemies are carrying so much junk to begin with? They also slightly increased the amount of steel and ballistic fiber that weapon-using enemies can drop. Ballistic fiber is one of the more difficult crafting items to find in the game. You gotta go hunting for military ammo bags or military-grade duct tape, and it's an important item that you need for repairing and building armor. So the fact that enemies are more likely to drop that now, I think is a good thing. Otherwise, they lowered the amount of blah, 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 and that doesn't really matter. As far as weapon adjustments go, they nerfed the damage of the auto axe from 31 to 24. The auto axe is a very powerful and popular pseudo melee weapon in the game, and I'm guessing that a lot of people who use it are gonna be super pissed off about that. But on the positive side, they have increased the base damage for a number of other melee weapons. I don't use any of these, but one that I was recently testing and that jumped out at me as a significant update is the cattle prod, going from base damage of 86 to 113. The cattle prod that I made the other day, without any legendary mods whatsoever, had base damage of something like 196. So that increase could push that up easily to what, I don't know, 225, something like that. And that's pretty significant for a melee weapon that isn't also super slow. So keep your eyes out for that, and maybe that'll be something to switch to. The Warglaive also got a boost from 82 to 104. That is a formidable weapon, and that's going to be a nice boost for those of you who use it. Otherwise, the rest of these are nominal increases. There was one other one that went up to over 107, and that was the Super Sledge, which is a weapon that I can't scrap fast enough. And then finally, even though everybody else already made videos about it, they did roll back the VATS changes. Everybody's really excited that this shows that Bethesda actually listens to us, but let's remember that they were going to nerf the crap out of it in the first place. And it was basically nothing short of armed revolt that got them to roll it back. So don't think for a second that Bethesda is your friend. They're gonna find some other way to sneak this in. We don't know what their agenda is, and in fact, I'm amazed as they are the only game company I've ever seen that actively tries to alienate their users. Actively. Like every freaking day, they're doing something stupid. In closing, I want to point out an area where I'm filming this, where I've actually discovered the bodies of the interns who suggested this change. I don't know if these were put here by their managers or by a team of revolutionary game players, but remember kids, being a game developer is hard. Go to college, become a doctor. People are still gonna hate you, but at least you'll make a lot more money. That's all I have for you today. My name is OSCAPT, one half of Gamer Aviator, and until the next time we meet, stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers.
In the heart of West Virginia, where the shadows creep and sway, lies a land of rusted dreams, where the brave dare not stray. Appalachia, oh, it's a treacherous ride, with dangers untold and nowhere to hide.